As a kid growing up, Zuko was the most inspirational character I've ever come across. I really never saw him as much when I started watching one of the greatest TV shows of all time. I always thought he was just some basic antagonist who was fighting to have his old life again, or as Zuko puts it, his honor. To get his honor back, he must capture the Avatar, which is what he sets out to do for 3 years. But he's more than just an evil character setting out to destroy the protagonist. His character teaches so many great philosophies of life. All his life, Zuko has had to struggle. When he was young, he couldn't even compare to his sister, who was seen as a prodigy in the family. His father told him that his sister was born lucky, and he was lucky to be born. His mother loved him so much and was taken from Zuko, and his father was willing to give up his firstborn son so that he could become the Fire Lord. At 13, Zuko was finally allowed to sit in a war council meeting, but when he spoke out of turn towards a general about how unethical it was to just sacrifice troops, his father was furious. And because of this, Zuko would have to face an opponent in an Agni Kai. Zuko thought it was against the general that he spoke out against, but he didn't realize he had to face his own father. And that left a scar on his face. He was then banished from the Fire Nation and lost all of his family, his friends, his royalty, his respect, his dignity, and his honor. As Zuko is fighting to capture the Avatar, you begin to realize that he isn't an evil person. And in fact, he has so much compassion for the people around him, but he chooses to suppress his emotions, leaving this cold-hearted antagonist. And that's the beauty of Zuko. He carries his mother's love and compassion and his father's determination and ferociousness. And in the end of Book 2, Zuko helps defeat the Avatar with the Zula and returns to the Fire Nation as a hero. He finally did it. He should feel happiness and joy. His father finally accepts him and he is rejoined by his family, but he soon realizes that something is wrong. He feels ashamed, he feels regret. In fact, he feels like he lost all of his honor. All of his life he just wanted his father to accept him, but he realizes that his father's approval of him doesn't matter, that anyone's approval of him doesn't matter. It's that his own approval of himself is what makes him feel great. He knows that what he did was shameful. He knows that capturing the Avatar was not something that he wanted to do. And as he starts realizing this, he begins to hate himself. He's infuriated by himself. See, most people wouldn't be willing to give up their lives to change, to rewrite their wrongs, but Zuko, he gave up everything. He left the Fire Nation to join the Avatar on the slim chance that he was even going to be accepted by Aang. He gave up everything just to do what he truly believes in. And that's the beauty of it all. Through all of Zuko's struggle, he learned one of the greatest virtues of life. It's that you have to willingly give up everything to be a better person, to fight for what is right, to fight for something that you believe in, to fight for a destiny that you discovered and not one that was forced onto you by someone else.